on Monday, we saw the first of 6 special Emmerdale episodes that were filmed during lockdown. The next one is tonight, and it features Aaron Dingle and his uncle Cain.
Is it something to do with Moira?
You know what? I should have done this from the start.
Done what?
Lay down some lockdown rules. I knew you'd try and get all deep and meaningful at some point. Just can't help yourself.
I was only asking.
So let's take this as an opportunity to practice holding things in. Keeping a lid on it. No talking about things. No going over our problems. No questions. And no emotions.
Anger's an emotion. So they say.
I'm not going to spend God knows how long stuck in here with Agony and Aaron being forced to talk about things. You got it?
Well, Danny Miller, who plays Aaron, joins me now. Danny, it's so lovely to see you, and that was such an interesting way that you've now got to film. What's the main differences, would you say?
Well, I mean, first and foremost is the distance. Obviously, we're having to sort of abide by the new rules that have been put in place, rightly so, for the 2 metre distance. So, believe it or not, it's a lot more difficult for us to kind of just do the everyday work, because on top of that, we've got our we're in charge of cleaning and looking after our own props. And obviously the distance. I think the distance thing between television is kind of unsaid, really, because you don't realise how close you get into the director. You're showing them the scripts and saying, "Oh, what about this?" And then suddenly you're there, and then so there was people that was put in place to kind of be there and just ensure that we didn't get carried away and suddenly end up face to face. So it was difficult. It was a lot different, obviously. But
because you and Jeff, who of course plays Cain, you were one of the first actually to do this. You were like the little guinea pigs going in there, and it must have been a bit nerve-wracking, because it's a completely different skill set, isn't it?
It is, yeah. I mean, Jeff and I were kind of used, I guess, as you say, as guinea pigs, and we were the first cast to do the shoot on under the new guidelines and the new rulings, and it was very nervous time for us anyway. But given the fact that you want to almost abide by the rules for yourself, for your own health and safety, you're also having to look after an extra 15 or 20 people, that are also sort of your responsibility to make sure that they're kept safe. So, yeah, I mean, obviously it was a lot different, but yeah, I mean, Emmerdale are fantastic at sort of breaking ground in things like that, and they've done that to the absolute diamond, really, with what they've done.
And that's very true. You are a real team. Everybody will be, like you say, you've got to take responsibility for yourself, but you're all looking out for everybody else.
It sounds like our extra little family, as you say.
No, absolutely. And that's why it works so very well. Yeah. Tonight's episode is really interesting because we saw the character of Cain, who just doesn't want to talk about his feelings. He wants to keep it all inside. The very worst thing, of course, that you can ever do. So really interesting to see that changing and actually to see him opening up, because that's what, in real true life, people should be doing.
Absolutely, yeah. And I think this the whole lockdown experience that we're all going through is kind of encouraging us all to do that. I think Emmerdale again are very good at sort of picking out the topical stories and kind of creating them into the norm. Cain and Aaron are 2 characters in Emmerdale that stereotypically in this world that we live in wouldn't want to talk to each other, and are 2 sort of alpha males, beer and fighting and all that kind of talk that they do, but when it comes to sort of the aspect of talking, it's completely different. Aaron's a lot more acceptable and sort of receptive to talking about his feelings, whereas Cain isn't. And myself suffering with anxiety and depression, and it's amazing that I was very pleased to A, be a part of it, and B, that Emmerdale were really sort of tipping the hats to mental health. So
no, it's really good, and it starts the conversation. I mean, the fact that you were so open and honest about your own experiences anyway, and then we're seeing it in the character that you play, and it does actually, it's exactly what you said. There's 2 blokes, if you like, talking about their feelings. That's a good thing, and it starts that conversation with viewers, and I'm sure you already have, I know, had a fantastic reaction from viewers, but that will continue.
Absolutely, yeah, and I think it goes to show that we can do it at a distance and at a limited skeleton cast and crew, and yeah, I think it's kind of showing the storyline but within, I don't think you'll notice the difference. I've only seen little bits of clips, but from Monday night's episode with James and Karen, you know, I don't think you really notice the difference. It's a little bit maybe sort of slower in places because there's nothing else to cut to, but I really enjoyed it, and I think everybody else will as well. And
I think you're right. I think you're absolutely right. Now, I know from in your case, your girlfriend Steph has been a massive help to you, but you've got a new girl in your life, haven't you? Do you want to tell me about Jeannie?
Yeah. Oh, God bless her. She's we've got a little cavapoo. She's beautiful. She's 15 weeks.
So cute.
Yeah, she's amazing. I mean, you know, I'll let you pick up the poos and think she's just as cute as you say she is, but she's she's lovely, and she's learning every day. You know, she's really quite a bright dog and stuff. So it's helped in a way. It's helped me as much as it's helped Steph, and also, you know, there's so many sort of ways that dogs can help, and I'm learning that every day. And it's, you know, it's a joy to the whole. Really, she's amazing.
It's lovely. It's just lovely to have somebody to look after, somebody. Well, they are people actually. And something to cuddle, and when you come home, they give you the big welcome and all of that. It's just fantastic. And I know as well, you have during all this lockdown time, Danny daycare for your for your sister's kids. This is great because you were helping to look after them.
Yeah, well, I mean, the picture paints a scene of calm, but really that was post a very big argument where everyone was very tired and everybody needed a little sleep. So yeah, that picture was taken, obviously, as these pictures are, taken at the nicest of times, shall we say. That it was a lot of screaming beforehand, but no, my nieces and my nephews and my sister has kind of been in lockdown a lot with me here. So I've been on hand to help with the kids and stuff, which has been great, but also kind of refreshing when you kind of close your bedroom door.
And it's just you and Steph and Jeannie, and then that's okay. Listen, how's your lovely dad? How's he doing?
He's all right. He's 86 now, so he's struggling a little bit with the loneliness. I think that generation of people are kind of struggling with the fact that, you know, it is real, the virus is out there, it is spreading, stop going out kind of thing, you know, and he's struggling with that, and, you know, they're all the whole, oh, you know, it won't bother me, I'm all right kind of thing. So he struggled with that at the beginning, that everything's closed, you know, you can't go for a meal or anything, everything's closed. But yeah, he's doing all right. He thrives off people, he thrives off company, and he's an entertainer as well. So he's struggled a little bit with being in the four walls, as he keeps saying, but yeah, he's doing all right. Yeah.
Oh, it's good, and you've been keeping each other going. Let's have a look at you singing together. This is lovely. That is so cute. And Jeannie's there as well. She's appreciating the singing.
She gets into Up the Lights. Yeah, I mean, if anything, I ruined that video for him. His voice is amazing, so I had to share it with everyone once we heard it. And yeah, he's the apple of my eye.
Oh, he's a good man. He's a good man. And you're doing okay. And it's good. I guess it's good for you to be back at work.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I think like anybody, once we get back to a little bit of normality, I think life will start to improve a little bit, and, you know, we can look at the positives rather than just the negatives, and hopefully everyone's mental health will be nice and sort of, you know, everyone can deal with it, and going back to work and starting to, you know, get that reality again.
Sure, and we'll see you tonight.
Yes,
in Emmerdale. Hurrah! Yes. Hurrah! Thank goodness. Thank goodness you didn't run out of episodes. That was everybody's fear. I mean, I know they've been cut back a little bit, but that would not have been good. Danny, a joy to talk to you. I hope to see you in real true life very, very soon. You take care of yourself. Thank you.